What's up, and welcome back to the Scuffed Ass Podcast for episode number 332. Wonder has a child.
If she's a strong child, she doesn't like to wait. Oh, and she just pooped. That did
Every
not take
time.
long. Every time. It doesn't fail.
Okay, so
Just a little one so far, though. It wasn't explosive, so hopefully it don't leak out. She's on her third outfit today already, so
oh my god,
yes.
ridiculous. Oh yeah, did things ever
agree.
start working last night? I tried to run ads on Instagram for the first time. They are running. It says.
Huh.
It now says they're
Strange.
active, so that's good.
Huh.
I don't think anything has
Interesting.
happened yet, but because I don't know if it's done any of its stuff, but hey, they're at least supposedly running now. I don't know if I actually believe it. I hope they're working. And gonna finally, because the hope was to drive people to look at the new merch and stuff, and so far I don't
Right.
think anything. I don't know. I don't know
I mean,
what's
I've
happening.
seen the new merch.
Yeah. Did you? Did you go look?
I have looked,
And
and I want to buy some. But I shouldn't spend money right now.
yeah, it was funny. You talked about how you were gonna make me do a whole bunch of stuff, and then immediately it's like, yeah, that's not gonna happen, which was really funny.
Well, A, we didn't make as much money as we were hoping from the
Yeah.
reception and the wedding and stuff. And
Yeah.
then B, we just found out that it's going to be like $1,200 just for a root canal for Aspen. So, and that payment is due upon arrival apparently.
Oh,
So there's no like payment plans or nothing we can do.
love that.
So it's just like, here, you're going to pay $1,200 or else kind of thing.
Fair.
So, but and we're trying our best to go on a honeymoon in October.
Mhm.
So, whew, sneeze. Are you drooling?
Yeah,
I sneezed and you drooled.
I think I didn't really announce it because I didn't really think about it, but I think the only thing that's gonna matter is I have to just switch to this for a minute. The one jersey will be short term run, you know.
Oh,
the,
really?
the one that always is a short term
Uh-huh.
run. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll keep everything else around, I think.
Right.
Maybe not everything, but you know,
I mean,
most things.
The merch is pretty cool.
Right? I thought it was pretty nice. But yeah.
Yeah.
So far I am struggling with zombies maps, which isn't good. But I haven't
Well, I
been
mean-
reset much, so that's nice.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But you're kind of rusty. You're out of practice. You haven't played zombies in a while.
I was doing okay yesterday. This is just a different game, I guess.
Oh.
Struggling with it because I've been trying to do the Infinite Warfare,
Oh,
the one Infinite Warfare map, and I've been struggling with that one.
I see. I see.
So, yeah.
Oh man, I want to take a day off again, but I can't. I
I mean,
want
you could.
to. I mean, but I don't want to. I mean, I want to, but I can't because I'm going to be gone quite a bit in September and October. September and October is going to be a busy couple months for me
Yeah.
because middle of September I'm taking the 15th and the 16th off and taking my former boss elk hunting, hopefully get his elk, and then that weekend after that Aspen and I are going to go and try and get her an elk, and then a week after that I got to try and get my elk, and then a couple days after that I got to try and get my antelope, and then we go on our honeymoon, We leave October 4th and come back the 9th. And then the 15th, I'm taking off because Cody also drew elk. And so he will be needing to get an elk in
Fun.
the Area 7. So, yeah. Lots to do. And somewhere in there, I got to help my mom get her antelope. So exciting.
Yeah, that's a lot going on. I know there's like 1 week in September where we have like infinite things happening.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be fun. I don't remember if I got all those put in my calendar or not.
What infinite things?
The September one might have been different. Yeah, the September one is a little different. Well, so there's a horror convention, the Rock and Gem show, the anniversary of our first date where we're gonna go to another Rockies game, and then finally the doctor's appointment to figure out what the fuck is wrong with me, all in like a 4-day span. And Wonder's getting shit on again. I will eventually,
yeah,
but I don't
time.
need them right now. Oh yeah, and there's a concert. I didn't.
Oh.
I think the concert's the 21st. Yeah. Yes, it is. Okay. I have that one written down. I just don't have the Rock and Gem show and horror convention written down.
Oh, I see.
I had more of it written than I thought.
Huh.
Oh yeah, because I was
Well, there
waiting
you
on
go.
what days we were doing what things at those places. Yep. That's why I don't have them.
Ah,
So still waiting on
Um,
dates.
yeah. Rena's going to be watching Tatum tomorrow.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because Aspen's got her root canal, so
Yeah.
she has to go down to old Cheyenne for that one.
Oh fun.
Yeah.
Do you have to take her? What do they have to?
No, they said she wouldn't need a driver, so
I hope that's
whatever.
true. Because that could be bad.
Well, they're not putting her out, so they're just gonna, numb the crap out of her mouth, and
Fair.
so yeah.
Yeah. I
You're
don't
just
know.
a little wiggle worm. Yeah, just a wiggle worm. Yes, you are.
But
Her and Aspen and Tatum went to town today. Did all kinds of shopping.
oh, what did they shop for?
Ow! Ow!
Bro's getting
Would you
beat
quit
up.
punching me in the mouth?
Nah, hit him
She's
again.
gonna-
Hit him
she's gonna
again.
leave.
Hit him again.
She likes beating on her dad. This is elder's abuse. But yeah, because she got 20 bags of mulch. What else do you get?
T-posts,
Oh, yeah.
buckets.
Melted
Oh, hello.
T-posts, some buckets.
Fun.
And she's over here trying to figure out her.
The right damn SD card.
Yeah, she's trying to figure out the card because
I'm offering. I don't.
she's offering to take pictures for. Let go. She's offering to take pictures for a high school kid for senior photos. I
Gotcha.
guess.
Fun.
Because she's seen a gal online was like, anybody that would be willing to take senior pictures or something like that, and so she's gonna offer since she has a nice camera and has editing software. So
Yeah.
I mean, it won't be that far off from the person you pay $2,000 to do it. So just saying, the
Fair.
grand scheme of it.
Yeah. But so what else have you been up to this week? Absolutely nothing, I'm sure.
That was just a lot of work. Today at work, I I moved around some paint agitators and had to cut bolts out of the ground and then rebolt them down. And then I replaced a reservoir on a hydraulic tank for a big old heavy vehicle lift. And that's pretty much it. I went and got fuel.
I get it. Gas is, I don't know if we told you this at the wedding. Gas is so much cheaper here than it is there, or was there.
Really?
Yeah, well, you guys were over $4 while I was there. It was only like $3.50 here. What are you at now? Do you know?
That's because you're. I don't know. Did you get gas today? Did you see what the gases were?
Like $4.
They're still right at $4.
Well, $3.18 here now.
What helps Denver is that they got refineries all over the place.
Well, sure, but also that's just not true. It literally our entire lives growing up, Denver was always twice the price of home. Always.
Right. But when gas prices get more expensive, there's more competition in Denver. You know, there's gas stations everywhere you look in Denver, so there's a lot more competition. They get away with the expensive gas prices in that town to the east of us because it's usually, 40, 50 cents more just to the town east of us, or west of us, I mean, than they are anywhere else. And the reason why they get away with that is because you have to drive, 40 to 50 miles either direction to get to another gas station. So they can just get away with those prices because are you really going to drive, 50 miles to a different gas station just to fuel up? You're not really going to gain anything. So they get away with it, which is stupid. Especially since the same store.
Yeah.
You got a Sinclair, and then you drive 40 to 50 miles to a different Sinclair, and the gas prices are 40 cents difference.
Yeah.
And they're only 40 to 50 miles apart.
Yeah.
So.
Gas prices are fun.
Yeah. So. I don't know. The gas prices should hopefully start, trickling down. Hopefully, since they got the Strait of Hormuz open for now.
Well,
see how long that lasts.
Yeah. Sorry, I keep reading. All I'm seeing is basketball news, and I know you don't give a shit about that, so.
I don't give a shit a lot about any other sport other than football, usually. To be quite honest. It took me forever to get the knowledge that I have now on football.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's a lost endeavor on me to try and figure out basketball and baseball and hockey.
Baseball's fun though, and at least with baseball, it takes place at a time of year where nothing else is happening, so you can kind of focus on it. You don't have to be like, oh, what's going on with everything else? That's the thing baseball does well, is it's just like, there's this 4-month period where nobody else in any sport is doing anything. We're over here, guys. Look at us.
Right. Well, also nobody wants to play baseball in a heavy winter jacket, so
that's true. That's fair.
Kind of got to do that sport when it's warm.
Well, nobody wants to play football when it's snowing. You claim you do, and then you actually get out there and you're like, fuck, it's cold.
Right, but at least then you can put a sweatshirt on or something like that, and it's just extra padding when you get smacked by somebody. So
that's fair.
I didn't mind having cold weather because 9 times out of 10 it felt good to have a sweatshirt on, and it added extra padding, which I always wore my forearm pads anyway because I got tired of my elbows looking like the Rocky Mountains. So, yeah. But
yeah, ridiculous though. Also, baseball, if you're in a place where you can go to baseball games, it's the cheapest sport to actually go watch, and it's one of the sports that's better in person than it is on TV, so that's nice.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Because genuinely, I kind of think football games, outside of maybe big games, for the atmosphere, it's just better to watch on TV. You can see it better. You can whatever. Baseball's better in a baseball stadium. Basketball, I don't know. I've never been to a basketball game. And then hockey, I've always heard is better at the arena.
Sure.
So, I've never been, but that's all anyone has ever told me.
Right. So Cody and I have already made the promise that if the Bears and the Bills end up in a Super Bowl, that we're going to go see them, no matter the price of the tickets.
Well, that's insane.
Is that same with you and I going to the
I thought
Vikings
that was
and
the
the Bills
plan.
if that happens?
I got to figure out how to do that, but I thought that was the plan.
I don't care if it's nosebleed seats and they're the cheapest
it would have
one.
to
They're
be.
still $1,000.
I was going to say,
But
a couple
I'm
years
not
ago,
about
the
to pay
cheapest one was like
$6,000
$3,000. So, like,
I just want to go. I just
Right.
want to be there, feel the atmosphere.
yeah.
It's actually a team that we care about, you
Yeah.
know.
Yep.
But yeah, it'll be interesting because we'll have to hopefully end up in a neutral section because there'll be, you know, Bills and Vikings fans sitting right next to each other.
Yeah.
One of us is going to be going Yahoo, and the other one's going to be like, fuck.
Yeah. And knowing me, I'll be saying fuck for the first like 3 quarters, and then the Vikings will do something miraculous because
Right.
that's how
I
they
feel
win
like-
football games.
Yeah. I feel like, you know, it would be more exciting if it was the Vikings and Bills. Just because of the fact that, like, no matter what, even if I lose, say the Bills lose or whatever, I could still say that I went to a historic game
Yeah.
because no matter what, it's the first Super Bowl for either team.
Yeah.
So, 40 years down the road when somebody's like, oh yeah, the Vikings got their one and only Super Bowl they've ever gotten back 40 years ago in
I was there.
2027. And you could be like, oh shit, I was there. I
Yeah.
witnessed it. It was a badass game.
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs came back to play for the Bills for a year, and he had a mini Minnesota Miracle on the Bills
Yeah.
to win the
That
Super
would be
Bowl.
fun. That'd be fun.
I don't know.
I don't feel like it's a worry though. I don't have faith in anything. And the AFC is
Right.
screwed because Mahomes is going to be back by week 1 somehow. And they've got Kenneth Walker now. So Mahomes doesn't even have to play quarterback. He just gets to play handoff simulator until the playoffs. And
Well, that's kind of what I was hoping we'd do with James Cook. Just hand him the football and say,
well, the issue is the defense has to get stops, and it won't. So
I mean, the defense got better, I think. I don't know about the defensive line, but definitely the defensive backs did.
yeah, but
Corners.
if your defensive line still can't get any pressure, it doesn't matter how good your corners are, because I don't care how good your Pat Surtain versus the worst receiver in the league, the receiver will win eventually.
Right.
If you can't get
I don't know.
pressure. That's why so many defenses that are so good don't have good secondaries. They just have good D lines. Because Myles Garrett makes your corners better. He just does.
Right. I think part of our issue last year was the fact that we had injuries and then we had rookies that were basically playing full time, and that's never a good combination. Like, there could be good ass rookies out there. Not saying that rookies can't make an impact, but like if you're solely dependent on a couple of rookies to be full time, it's probably not going to go that well.
I mean, most teams are solely dependent on rookies to be full time.
Yes, but like, I don't feel like D line is one of them that
It can be.
good full time like rotational players. Sure,
No.
like
I'm trying to think of teams. Because I don't think the Seahawks had one last year, but they did have Nicky Manwari, the safety, who was really important. And, their best offensive lineman was a rookie. I'm trying to think, though. The Patriots, I don't know anybody on the Patriots team. I still don't know how they got there. The AFC last year made no sense.
I also think the other reason why our defensive line sucked so bad last year is because of Sean McDermott. That is just the way he played. If you look at his 9 years or 10 years or however long he's been there, he has always been a person that invites the run. He would rather you run, 90 yards and just dwindle you down on run plays than him get beat by pass plays. That is what he did. That's what he's known for. He invited the run, and that was part of the scheme that they ran, was so that teams would want to run the football more. And, that's what happened. So we didn't have a team built to stop the run. Now we're running a completely different scheme. People that didn't do well with the scheme last year have a good opportunity to do much better this year because it's a simplified defense, basically.
So, yeah. I wanted to double check it because I knew there was somebody I was forgetting. Nick Bosa was an actual key piece in the 49ers' first Super Bowl. They lost it, but he was also the best player in that Super Bowl. As a rookie.
Right.
As a rookie. You can expect a lot out of rookies, just draft good ones, which is something the Bills don't know how to do.
But the thing is how many rookies are out there that are freak enough athletes to be that successful in their first year as a rookie?
Quite a few. Most they just don't get picked by the Bills because anybody good the Bills don't draft. Like what? Hold on, I'm trying to think of which draft class it was.
But also even though. So, aside from, the first 5 picks in the first round or 10 picks in the first round, after that, in my opinion, you're pretty much just picking bona fide second rounds.
No.
Especially this year, where it didn't seem like there was, a lot to offer in certain classes that were, freakishly oh, my God, this person's going to take us to the Super Bowl if we draft them type players. You know what I mean? I feel like there's 1 or 2 every year that get drafted that could be that, but there's not an abundance of those types of people.
Depends on the year.
Not saying that they're bad. I'm saying that there's a lot of good players that can make an impact, but not, Bosa's or, are you good?
No, I mean, most years there's a lot of very impact players. The issue is the Bills never draft any of the impact players. Remember, you took Landon Jackson and Azareye'h Thomas, Siobhan Revel, Princely Umanmielen. This is the 3rd round, and those are 3 actual productive NFL players, and you took Landon Jackson, who is not a productive NFL player. The issue is genius Brandon Beane doesn't know how to make a pick. He's bad at his job. And
until you get to the offensive line.
Except, who did he draft on the O-line that's actually good? Deion Dawkins isn't one of his. What, Spencer Brown? You're going to hang your hat on the 30th best right tackle in football? That's what you're going to hang your hat on? Osiris Torrance, who has been kind of underwhelming. And then multiple guys who are free agents.
Collectively, they've been one of the best offensive lines for how many years now?
Sure.
So, as a collective group.
But also, it is also less of them being that good on the offensive line. And, most of that comes from, they don't allow many sacks. Yeah, because Josh Allen doesn't get sacked. He throws interceptions, or he just breaks the tackle.
I mean, but
the run game's been good, sure.
Yeah, so it takes quite a bit to be able to have a run game.
Well, but also, how good does your O-line have to be? The Vikings had the worst ranked offensive line the year Adrian Peterson almost set the rushing record. Sometimes it's an entire scheme thing and a running back who knows how to, if the offensive line can't create a hole, knows how to find the hole in the defense because there's a difference.
Well, Beane was there, because how long has Beane been there? He's been there since... for as long as Sean McDermott's been there, right?
Brandon Beane has been there since 2017. So I can actually tell you the guys he's drafted because I pulled up other Bills.
So he'd have been there for Deion Dawkins then?
No. Oh, yeah, he would have. You're actually right. Good call. I thought Dawkins was older than that.
Because I think Dawkins, that was the first year Bean
Yep.
would have been 2017, I think, is when Dawkins was
Yep.
drafted. So he was there for Dawkins.
Okay,
you
so
know.
let me fix this. Because, he also drafted somebody else who was good and then immediately got rid of him. Bean can't draft defensive players, and specifically anyone in the front seven.
Right.
Because
but
Tre'Davious
not
White
bad.
does a lot of heavy lifting for him being able to draft guys in the secondary.
Right.
But even then, he also can't really draft receivers. And
Right. But I mean, he I don't remember when.
Who?
Hoyer
mm-mm.
wasn't there for that. 'Cause
And
I think
I-
Hoyer was,
uh,
but he drafted James Cook, Josh Allen. I mean, you're gonna hit and miss on players. I do feel like
my biggest
has,
point is he misses a lot. And also, was Jordan Poyer even
Well-
drafted by the Bills?
I don't know.
No, he was drafted by the Eagles.
Yeah,
in the
but
fall.
also I think part of that might have been a scheme thing because Sean McDermott likes specific players.
Maybe,
I feel
but
like a lot
even
of
the
it.
specific players he likes, they constantly don't pick ones. They pick ones that either don't make sense scheme wise, or guys who are worse at everything that scheme calls for, which really feels like it's Bean in the scouting department trying to overrule McDermott.
Right, I don't know.
We'll see though.
But like this year, I feel like they did draft. You know, I feel like it was like a weirdly like underwhelming, but also did really well draft this year. Like,
Fair.
I think they did more, even though they like I don't know. Because sometimes I feel like they kind of drafted people that they already have and didn't get much versatility. But then they went and made up for it in the later rounds of the draft by getting, Skyler and other people that we didn't expect to get. Like we were hoping that they would pick them up in the second round and ended up getting them in the fourth round. So I don't know. It was like the first day of drafting, or first couple days of drafting was underwhelming. We're like, what the fuck? And then it was like, oh, okay, I guess I can get on board with this.
Yeah.
And then also bringing in, like, seems to be serious about emphasizing getting depth and, like, not just like washed up, 35-year-old people. We actually got
you
some
did that
youth.
too. You paid Bradley Chubb a bunch of money, which is a choice.
With restrictions, I
Not
guess.
real ones.
Even DJ Moore has restrictions.
Well,
So
yeah, but it's still here. We gave you a 4-year, $100 million contract. Only 80 of it's guaranteed. You're still paying him $20 million a year. That's more than he's worth. The issue is a couple of the years he's going to hit those things and make you pay him even more while also not actually doing that good, because most of the non-guarantees are for playtime. Bradley Chubb could play 17 games, give you 0 pressures, and you have to pay him more. Like, that's an option. Like, there are
Right.
restrictions, but they're not normally crazy like that. It's not you have to get 15 sacks to get more money. Like,
yeah, because I thought I don't know, I could be wrong here, because I thought that in both DJ Moore and Bradley Chubb's contract was like, okay, we'll have you for this year, next year, or this year, and then we can release you at some point, and you'd still take a cap hit, but it would be minimal cap hit.
Well, according to Over the Cap, after 2 years you can cut Bradley Chubb, sure.
Which I think is fine for his age.
Fine-ish, but you're also giving him.
At least it wasn't like fucking like God damn it, the other guy that Bradley
Well, Von Miller was a long time ago.
Von Miller. Yeah, at least
Because
it wasn't
last
like
year was
Von
Joey
Miller.
Bosa. You gave Bosa money because the Bills are dumb.
I mean, he was one of our most productive players on defense. Sadly, he was one of the few that was getting sacks, and I think he did really well the first half of the season. And the second half of the season, it was like he was chasing sacks more than actually doing his job.
And he still didn't get very many sacks. He only had 5 on the season.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So, I don't know. And then we had some young players last year that were injured, and we never really got to look at them that much. And I want to say, was it Dwayne Carter or somebody?
No clue.
Who's like super athletic and big and strong, but he got injured and was out for the whole season, and we never really got to see anything out of him. And he came from a 3-4 defense, and so they're looking at him as maybe being like a sleeper that could be really good. And they basically turned Walker into a nose tackle. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. I'm weirded out and don't know what to expect from our defense. Like, I think we'll still have a top 5 productive offense. Because, like, pretty much we have pretty much everybody that we did last year except for a tackle and Reggie Gilliam, which Reggie Gilliam was a badass football player. And I'm sad that he went to the Patriots. And I think that's going to hurt us, but I still think that our offense got better as far as weapons go. So I still expect our offense to be high caliber and be top 5, or, it's the defense that it's like we've completely gone to different types of personnel, and it's a totally different scheme. And a lot of these players that are on the defense came from that type of defense when they played college, so it should be familiar to them. It's simplified. I think that Sean McDermott complicated things on the defensive line because they were always 30 different tasks in one singular play.
Right, because you have to do that and design things when all of your players on the defensive line are bad. The issue is McDermott, I don't know if it didn't utilize their skill sets properly. I don't know if all of them were so bad they couldn't do it, or if he's just drawing up bad things. But, it's the thing Brian Flores does. Flores makes every player that's ever existed productive. 4 different players for the Vikings have been rotational pass rushers that sign multi-year deals with other teams and then don't do anything because they have 9 sack seasons because they get to come in on 3rd down and Flores goes, well, here's the play, and there's always just a free rusher, and guys get to take advantage of that. Shout out Patrick Jones and DJ Wanham.
But
McDermott tried the same thing. I just don't know if the Bills' defensive line play was just that bad or if McDermott's just not that good.
Well, I do think McDermott was really good at making bad players, mediocre. But I think we have players that could be really good, but the fact that he had them doing 30 different things, it just didn't mesh well with them. This 3-4 defense, to me, seems like it's not a 30 different task thing. It's more of a, if this happens, you do this. If this happens, you do this. That's it. That's your job. Do it well. That's it. I have a feeling that we have players that will thrive under that ideology versus Sean McDermott, which was a very complex defense. Like I said, he liked to invite the run, and our defense last year was one of the top defenses that defended the pass, but we got murdered in the run because that's what Sean McDermott wanted. He was like, you can kill us by 1,000 cuts, but you're not going to kill us by the big pass plays.
Yeah. That's fair.
So we'll see how it goes this year. I have a feeling we're going to have some growing pains. And I'm pretty sure that, Leonard does not have nearly all the pieces that he would like for this type of defense. So he's going to have to, be a little bit ambidextrous when it comes to the defense. But Offensively, I think we'll be okay. It's just the defense that's just going to be like, holy crap. Not to mention, what also scares me is there's a good possibility that the Bills start off 0-5 this year.
Yeah,
Not
which
that they're
is
bad
bad.
team, not that they're a bad team or anything, but their schedule is like top 5 as far as difficulty for this year, I think. Something like that. It's a really tough schedule compared to last year, which everybody liked to focus on the Patriots as far as having a cushiony schedule. The Bills also had a pretty easy schedule. So this year, but
Oof.
then
Yeah, that's
when you
fun.
come to
Texans, Lions, Chargers, Patriots, Rams, Raiders, but they could be good. Who knows? Ravens, Vikings.
yes, fucking nuts, dog.
Maybe you start off 0-7.
But
0-8. Who knows?
also, you think about what the Bills do, though. They play really well against high caliber teams, and then they just lose head scratchers.
Yeah, the
Like,
only guaranteed
the
loss
Dolphins
there is
last
the
year,
Raiders. They're losing to the
Yes,
Raiders.
exactly.
Ashton
But
Genty's
say-
running for like 300 yards and embarrassing that team.
Right. So, like, I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I'm like, are the Bills going to be the Bills and just somehow win against the high caliber teams and then shit an egg when they face a lower caliber team, or what are we going to do this year? You know?
Yeah.
It's everything's different. You know. But I don't know. I have there's a path that I see. I doubt it's going to be Stephon Diggs, but it wouldn't surprise me if the Bills signed another veteran wide receiver, like maybe bringing back Brandon Cooks or something like that. Because as far as I'm aware, Josh Palmer is still battling his injuries, and so that might be concerning to the Bills, and they might need to bring somebody in to be that wide receiver number 3 or 4 or whatever. So, but
Ugh.
I don't know.
I'm tired, Grandpa.
Overall, I think the Vikings got slightly better than they were last year.
We'll see. Who knows?
It's weird because the Vikings have the talent to just randomly go off and on a win streak, but it's just like seems like they've had some bad luck. So I don't know. Hopefully they pull it together, except for when they play the Bills.
I was gonna say, I don't know. It's one of the years where we should go good. No, we beat the Bills. That's just what we do.
Once.
Yeah, and like a great game, but also Josh Allen's probably most embarrassing moment. All I got to do is kneel it out and we win the game. Oh, I fumbled the snap. And then immediately after decided to play hero ball and threw it to Patrick Peterson twice in 2 drives. That's a tough go.
Well, we just felt bad that we beat you the first time we played, and then so we let you win the second one.
Sure. Likely story.
Mm-hmm. Allen felt bad because he hurdled a player last time they faced off, and
yeah. So the Vikings have this weird thing. They went 13-4 and made the playoffs. Then 7-10 and missed it. 14-3 and made the play. We're winning 13 games this year. That's just how Kevin O'Connell works. That's just how it works. There's nothing we can do. So, right? That's how that works. Somebody tell me that's how that works. Somebody help. But yeah. So who knows? I hope something decent happens. All I know is I've been doing subathon things and playing zombies maps, and I'm tired. I'm tired of this one map.
Sure.
I think I gotta switch. If you decide to get on later, we can play the one Black Ops 4 map I have on the list.
Okay.
Since you downloaded that.
Yeah, we'll see if I can play that game off of a external hard drive.
Should be able to, because it's an old game. PS5
We'll see.
games are what it doesn't let be played. It's not a PS5 game.
Fair.
So, yeah.
I'm glad I realized that before I. Kind of sucks. I'm gonna have to download. I'm gonna have to delete all of my games in order to play the new Grand Theft Auto whenever it comes out. So
No, you're not. It's going to be the same. It's literally going to be smaller than what fucking Call of Duty is right now. Delete Call of Duty because it's a shit game, and there you go. Literally, GTA is expected to be under 200 gigs, and Call of Duty right now, as it is, can be well over 200. Just delete Call of Duty, the like modern Call of Duty app, and Warzone, because no one's going to play that dog shit anyways, and play GTA. It's not that hard. You have to delete one thing, and it's something that's not even good.
All I have is just the Warzone part. I don't even have any other Call of Duty.
Fair. Still.
Except for Call of Duty 4 or Black Ops 4.
Still. Well, you can also delete that after we beat the map, so it's fine.
Fair.
Yeah. Yeah. So, do it that way you will. The Rockies won a game where they did something that no other team in baseball history has done. In the 8th inning, they got 4 straight hits, but they all also resulted in outs because, like, a guy got on base, so you get a hit. Then the next guy got a hit, but the guy gets thrown out at third, and then that happened, and the Rockies scored no runs. And then they got 4 straight hits in the bottom of the 9th as well and walked it off, becoming the first team to have 8 straight hits and a walk-off win to walk off the game, which is a really weird thing to have happen.
Huh.
The Rockies have had a weird week because there was also this weird runner's interference call that people don't understand, because a runner like barely touched a Rockies fielder on a play and got called out, and people were like, but what's he supposed to do? Stop? It's like, actually, by the rule, yes. The fielder has ultimate right to the ball. If you touch the fielder, you are out. It does not matter. Like, it doesn't matter if you meant to. It doesn't matter if you barely graze him. If you touch the fielder, you are out. So, yes, actually, you are supposed to just stop or run behind them. But you chose to run in front of him and then accidentally kicked his glove with the back of your foot on the way by. Should that have mattered? Maybe not. But the rule is you touch him, you're out. So you're out. Then that's it. It's that simple.
Them's the rules. Yeah. I was about to say, I know they give you enough grace period to just go around. So
well, it's like, oh yeah, in that case, if you're avoiding the fielder, you can go behind them. You chose to run in front of them. Like, you took the risk unnecessarily, and now your team lost a game for it. Don't get mad at the rules. Get mad at your idiot who's running the bases.
fair.
So yeah.
Sounds like Tatum's being fussy.
Uh-oh, not the fussy kid.
Yeah, she's had a long day. Going to town's a long day for her.
Going to town's a lot.
She hates her car seat, so that doesn't help.
Oh. Why does she hate her
She's-
car seat?
Well, because she can't move in it. She likes to wiggle around, and when she's in her car seat, she can't wiggle around. It pisses her off.
There.
So when she's sleeping in it, it's fine. She doesn't mind it, but when she's awake, she is not a happy camper. Anytime I go to put her in the car seat and she's awake, she looks at me with like a stink eye, like, "Are you kidding me? You're putting me in this thing?"
How could you do this to me?
Yeah, she like I'm betraying her.
You are, though. You are a betrayer. Have you not noticed that you're a betrayer?
No,
Oh.
No.
Extra bad dad.
for once.
Um, I don't know. Have you been next time you go to Taco Bell, if you get a chance, they have these new shredded beef dipping tacos. They're like basically like a barbacoa or a birria taco. They're actually really fucking good.
Interesting.
They're really good.
I have a hard time because I don't go to Taco Bell enough. Every time I go there, all I want is Doritos Locos Tacos
That's fair.
and the cheese fries, the
Fair.
nacho cheese fries. We've had quite a bit of bad weather around us, but fortunately for us, we have been narrowly missed.
I was gonna say
3
the
or 4
bad
times.
weather is supposed to be bad tonight from a thing I read or watched earlier.
Yeah, which is funny because earlier today they were like, "Oh, you got a 15% chance of getting any kind of weather today," and now it's 80% chance, and we're right on the edge of the tornado.
Yeah, I was gonna say
We're right smack dab in the middle of a tornado deal.
it said it was supposed to be bad today, but then I just looked and now it looks like Wednesday and Thursday are gonna be worse. So I don't know.
Yep.
That's how
We're still
weather
in the middle.
works. We can predict it until it changes.
Right. So, but it looks like the majority of the nasty stuff's going to be south of us, and probably hit the big town to the east of us again, like it did last night. But it's been weird because it's been dry here for forever, and the last couple of days have just been super muggy here.
Oh,
And usually when I walk outside in the morning and it's super muggy, that I get a bad feeling about the weather that's going to come later on in the day. But luckily it's missed us, so
yeah. What the fuck?
narrowly avoids us and hits all the towns to the east of us.
That's crazy. Matt Miller, one of ESPN's NFL analysts and insiders, was in a really bad car wreck that, he has multiple broken bones and broken ribs, had his
Shit.
left arm amputated, and
Oh God.
yeah, like he almost died and is really fucked up. So this apparently happened like 2 weeks ago, and it just got found out today somehow because he like posted a tweet about it,
Huh.
which is crazy.
That's wild. I'm surprised not one person knew about it and made
Right?
a post or something.
Looking at his car after the crash, I have no clue how he's alive.
Well,
That's terrifying. Yeah.
car accidents tend to be ugly.
Very, but damn.
Oh, I do have a story though.
Oh, you've got a story. Finally, something
from,
good.
from yesterday.
Okay.
So, so yesterday we had tornado warnings just to the north of us.
Yep.
And so that freaked out Aspen because we don't have a basement. So she went over to the parents' place and was hanging out there before I got off work. And I don't know, it was like 30 minutes before I got off work. She sends me a picture, and there's a strange pickup parked in my folks' driveway, along with a highway patrolman. I'm like, what in the hell's going on? Why is there a highway patrolman, and who's that guy that's parked in the driveway? And she goes, the guy blew a tire. And I'm like, oh, okay, so they're just helping him put the spare on or whatever, and he just didn't want to pull off on the highway, I guess, or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I get home, and the highway patrolman and the pickup's gone, and I walk in, and they proceed to tell me that. Also, when I pulled into the yard, I'm like, what in the hell? There's like, you pull off, so they just redid that road. So it's brand new road, highway, through there, and they did my folks' pull off quite a ways. and asphalted it. So that was nice. So I pull off onto that, turn off into the folks' yard, and there's just like gouge out of the asphalt and all the way up our driveway up to where he parked. And I'm like, what the hell? So then Aspen proceeds to tell me that this guy, she was actually following him on the way home from town. Oh yeah, because she wasn't home. She was coming home from Bluffs. So she was headed to my folks' place because of the tornado warning. And so she was following this guy. And he blew the tire and was going like real slow, but kept driving. So he blew it like a mile on the other side of town to the east and just kept driving on the rim. And gouged out the road. Like there's a big ass gouge in the road all the way through town, all the way a mile outside of town, all the way up my folks' driveway.
What
he
the
drove
fuck?
it that far on a blow, like on just bare rim.
Why?
And I don't know. So then he actually drove past my folks' driveway and noticed that my dad had an old Chevy sitting in the yard. So he backed up and pulled into our driveway, and he had no spare. So he goes up and he was kind of creeping my mom out because he was, I don't know, probably in his late 30s and kind of like tatted up, kind of biker looking dude. And he was kind of just walking around the yard. And so my mother's like, well, what can I do for you? And he's like, well, I blew a tire and I really need a tire and I don't have a spare. That was the spare that I had on. I blew the spare. That's what blew and obviously ruined the rim, and I need a tire to get to wherever. And so mom, being creeped out as she was, she's like, well, I don't know what I can do to help you. And he's like, well, I have 16-inch rims and there's an old Chevy sitting over there. It looks like it has tires on it. And my mom's like, well, that's been sitting there for 13 years in the sun and hasn't moved. I doubt those tires are any good. And none of the tires that are on that old Chevy, that's the whole reason why it got parked, was because it cost more to put tires on it than what the truck was worth. So it just it ran last time it was parked, but what's the point of putting tires on a vehicle that is worth $500, So it just sat there. And so the guy's like, oh, and he picks out a tire that kind of still had some air in it. And it was actually the spare. And it had not very much tread left on it either. And so he went and, the guy's like, well, I don't have any cash on me, but I do have Cash App. And my mom was just like, nah, just take it and get out of my yard, pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't like you walking around looking at stuff, just get out, take it and leave. And so the highway patrolman, I guess, helped him put the tire on, and he gets out of the yard and heads down the highway. Well, he didn't make it very far, and he blew that tire that he put on there, because obviously tire was not in good shape, and gouged the road some more, and then pulled off in somebody else's driveway. And when I got into the yard, I was standing there listening to the story, and I look out the window, and here comes another highway patrolman. What the hell? So I go out and talk to him, like, oh, hey, sorry for pulling in your driveway. I'm just taking pictures. I'm like, okay. So he took pictures of our driveway and took pictures of the actual highway itself, because of the damages that he had caused. And so I'm like, oh shit, they're gonna make him pay for the damage to the highway and stuff.
I hope so.
Definitely not. He's definitely not going to be able to afford tires after he gets done paying $50,000 to repair the highway.
Right.
Which, it's annoying because that highway is brand new, and you come and screw it up by not stopping when you blow a tire.
Yeah.
What an idiot. And I would have wrung his neck if he had started a bunch of grass fires and stuff from the sparks that he was throwing from the rim.
Oh.
That's just what I want to do, is get off work and go fight fires from idiots
Yeah,
that are caused by idiots.
of course. That's your favorite.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing.
Like, obviously your favorite.
Uh-huh.
Never
Thought it was
nothing
interesting.
better.
Whatever.
Oh. Fair. Oh, goodness gracious. I gotta go play zombies for another, like, 11 hours. So
Okay.
that's my plan. You're gonna go have dinner.
Yes, I am hungry.
So have fun with that.
I will indeed.
But, all right, I don't got anything else, and I should probably get back to work. So,
No. Yeah.
all right. Well, without further ado, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.